Oh, baby. I always get excited, though, when that comes on. I'm not going to lie. It's a rainy day out here. Some thunderstorms rolling through.
But we'll keep the party going.
But the second that music comes on, I can't help it. I can't help it. Episode 43. Holy smokes. We're flying, dude. It's like, there's no rest. There's no rest for the weary. You know, when it comes to sales, it's like you had a good month. Boom. March hits just as hard.
Yeah.
You had a crap month. Boom. You know, it's March. And you're halfway through the week, you know.
Yeah.
The 4th already here. So
it's like flipping the page to a brand new blank page.
Yeah, no kidding. And I guess there's, if you use a positive assumptive there, you know, if you had a crappy March or a crappy February, you know, March couldn't come soon enough. So, you know, there's a silver lining to everything. But yeah, pretty rainy day. We're having a huge day out on the sales floor. I think we've got 30 plus appointments out there. So they are unaffected. We still have some construction in the building going on. We had a little noise and, you know, I guess there was some concrete.
Yeah.
This morning, putting in our gym, weightlifting gym downstairs. And, you know, our folks are pros. They just powered right through it. Pop some windows, close the doors, got some airflow going, and they were ripping. We're having a really good day today. So huge first shout out. Just everyone being pros. You know, that's kind of how we do it up here. People are focused on making their money, and they don't really let a bunch get in between, you know, them and that bag. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, not to mention, I don't know if you already have this put into the segment, but
yeah,
this new bracket rolled out.
Yeah, actually, that was at the top of my list here. Is we're doing something pretty fun here at Arsenal this March. We started a March Madness SDR and BDR bracket. It's seeded just like any other team. We've got our top guy, you know, seeded first. We've got some of the lower folks are just starting out, seeded lower. But on a weekly basis, whoever beats each other straight up moves ahead in the matchup for the bracket, and then they'll face a new opponent in week 2. And I think it's, what are they, the $500?
Yeah.
Up for grabs.
Big money.
Let's go. So it's a really fun competition. It kind of rewards people for having a really consistent month, and I'm really excited. March Madness is, I don't watch a ton of college basketball, but when I do, it's March Madness.
There we go.
And I took home the win last year.
Oh, yeah?
It felt
nice.
good. Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I've got a couple trade secrets. So very happy to see another bracket come out this year. Of course, this one with our BDRs and SDRs on it. I think everyone's pretty hyped.
Yeah, man. There's already been a little bit of
yeah, there's some shit talking.
Yeah,
there's some shit talking.
Some friendly fire.
I love that. A little edge. Our guys are competitive with each other. You know, they've got clients in their own markets. So, you know, if one guy closes a deal, it doesn't take dinner off the plate for the guy next to him. So our folks are really excited to get out there, hit it hard, $500 up for grabs, winner take all, ton of fun. So I'm excited to see who wins. I think, you know, with that being said, that's kind of where I was going to start. Adam Broughton, we had him on our show yesterday. I think he set 8 appointments yesterday. Yeah. Well, he ran it back day 2. He's got 4 more appointments today. Holy smokes, that kid's unconscious. He can't not set an appointment. It's unbelievable. 12 appointments in his first 2 days. Absolutely incredible. I know his roofers are extremely pleased with how things have been going. One of his roofers, CMM, they bought another program with Adam as well. So, man, it absolutely lights out. If we could have him back on the show today, we would. But he was too busy.
Yeah,
he had
I'm surprised we got him yesterday.
Yeah, no kidding. We're blessed.
And as he mentioned yesterday, a lot of this is because, you know, he's been planting these seeds, and now that the weather is starting to clear up, you know, it's game on.
Absolutely. You know, there are tons of companies out there that do lead gen. You know, it could be a 1-month campaign. It could be 60, 90 days. That is not our flavor. And Adam is example number 1 of that. Our goal is to set up a sustainable sales pipeline for you that generates a predictable number of appointments each month that are closable in the strike zone, preferably in your wheelhouse, right? And Adam does one of the best jobs at that by you don't have to cook every single one right away. You let some stew for a little bit, right?
Yep.
You throw it in the slow cooker, let it roast, and then we'll come back to it when they're ready to buy. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's setting up great meetings out there.
Shout out to Adam.
Another shout out we have from today is Justin Webb. He is received his first few clients here on his first month live. He took over an account last month, really helped chip in, get it to the finish line by the end of the month. But here in the first week of March, he's already got 3 appointments for his first IT client in the first 2 days.
Going green.
Unbelievable. That guy will probably be our Apex SDR from last month. So, any current employees watching the pod, maybe a little bit of a spoiler there, but it shouldn't be any surprise to anyone who's seen the dashboard lately. He set 40 appointments last month. He had 2 or 3 closed deals. Just incredible. Now he's already lighting it up for his clients that he's received in just the first 2 days. And so, yeah, Justin Webb, absolutely phenomenal.
Shout out.
Doing a great job. Another huge performance from today. We've had a bunch of heavy hitters out today, some of the best and brightest, but none other than our SEMO office had a little bit of a clunker day to start out the month yesterday, really rough. But today bounced back huge. I think when I came in, they had 11 appointments down there at SEMO today, which is crazy. Their goal every day is somewhere between 6 and 8 appointments. So not only have they made up for the gap from yesterday, but they're starting to pile it on for today too. So that's huge. Yeah, absolutely. And those interns, for those listening, you may not know, we've got a few different internship programs, one out at Maryville University, one down in Cape Girardeau at SEMO, and then we have one on-site here at our headquarters for summer interns from other universities that we don't have an on-site internship at. So if you're looking, we start at $15 an hour once you finish one session, and if you close a deal in your first session, we'll bring you out back at $20 an hour for any other session you decide to do. It's roughly 16 weeks, but we're looking for interns. We're looking for full-time folks for no experience. If you come in, you interview well, you're hardworking, you're motivated. We start out entry-level positions at $50,000, uncapped commission. You can have up to 4 clients at that price point or at that base level salary. And then if you're an experienced rep, we are more than happy to pay for that experience. We start folks who know what they're doing, don't have a ton of training. We start them out at $70,000 base. Again, uncapped commission, and then you'll be holding 6 accounts instead of 4, which is 40% more opportunity to go out and hopefully close some business and get some commission. So if you're watching this, please come say hi. We'd love to have you out here. And we'll take a look at anybody. I think, Matt, at this point, you've seen just about everyone come through. Teachers, bartenders. I sold timeshare back in the day, car warranty,
And you know what? Every single time I tell myself, I'm like, I'm not going to make any assumptions on anything.
Yeah.
It's just awesome
crazy
to see.
You just never know. And I think some of our best folks don't have a sales background, but they're extremely motivated. They're looking forward to kind of those next steps in life, cars, houses, kids, marriages. And, it's one appointment away for a lot of these guys. You're one closed deal away from kind of moving the needle in your life path. So remember, you get commission on every appointment you set here, especially if it closes. Obviously, you get a cut of what they make. And we've got lots of folks in the 6 figures, if not mid 6 figures, doing very, very well. So if you haven't checked us out yet, come on by. We'd love to have you. I think we've got a couple of career fairs out at Mo State, Mizzou next week as well, or actually tail into this week, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Trey's gearing up for those right now. So.
Yeah. So Mizzou kids, Mo State kids, come see us. We'll be there. Say hi. But I think from a company standpoint, that's it. That's kind of our shout outs from today. Keep it nice and sweet with the pod light today, but we did have some interesting current events when I took a look.
Yeah, what did we got?
You take a peek yet?
I haven't.
You might like this. So we'll start from best to worst or whatever. But Jets are releasing Aaron Rodgers,
okay,
and Devontae Adams, and the combined total savings is like $70 million a year.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I think that could get you a few more players than just 2. Pretty.
I'll play.
Yeah, addition through subtraction. At this point, Matt, I think the Jets will take you.
All right.
We'll start at quarterback.
I'll only take $1 million.
It's been pretty rough lately.
You could throw me out there and just tackle me.
Do you ever remember the Matt or Mark Sanchez butt fumble?
No, I don't.
Basically, I don't know, over a decade ago, but Mark Sanchez was supposed to be the hot new thing coming out of USC, drafted by the Jets. In one of his historic moments, he snaps the ball and he starts running immediately. It's almost like he's blind, like blindfolded. And he runs right into his own center and fumbles it and loses the ball. It's about a decade ago. It hasn't gotten much better since the old butt fumble. But yeah, Jets saving over $70 million a year. Two guys, kind of crazy. The other sports-related thing, so I'm not sure. Good friends with Will Tucker, so you might follow the NBA a little bit.
He tells me, but yeah, unless it's the GOATs, I don't really keep up.
So you're aware Dallas traded Luka?
No.
Yeah. So like arguably the best player in the NBA, Dallas traded him to the Lakers for no explainable reason.
Huh.
Other than the fact I don't think they just didn't like him.
What was his price tag? Do you know?
They traded 1 first-round draft pick and Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic. And pretty controversial. But the funnier thing is that it's like a few games in, Anthony Davis immediately gets hurt. And now Dallas, their other star, Kyrie Irving, tore his ACL today. So when you look at the Luka trade, you lost 2 stars and gave away your best player for basically nothing at this point. Wow. Sorry, Dallas fans out there. That's rough. All right. Hopefully go to Vegas or something, huh? Get a brand new nice stadium.
Yeah, man. I wish I could keep up as much as as the next guy. I'm lucky enough if I catch a Blues game if I'm not there.
I mean, not gonna lie, Dave Portnoy at Barstool. I mean, I get most of my news from you guys, so yeah, shout out.
If they're not fact checking, it's on them.
Yeah, I doubt those guys are fact checking. If they're not fact checking, we're not fact checking. I'll tell you that for free. So that's kind of funny. The other thing is I thought, a little bit more political. I try to steer away from it, but you saw the Zelensky stuff. So
yeah, I never got to the bottom of anything, but I did see headlines.
I think the left says it was an ambush. J.D. Vance and Trump had a plan to abandon all aid even before they spoke with Zelensky, and the right are saying that, what are we even over there for? Sending money, and they're selling the arms we give them to our enemies, and they're getting money from it. So it's like,
I feel like I've heard this story before.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I guess the result of that was that Trump immediately cut off all funding for Ukraine, and then less than 24 hours later, Zelensky's like, okay, we'll talk peace deal, huh?
Random thought comes to my head, but when you annoy your parents so much, they're like, I'm not taking you anywhere now.
Yes. Or like they shut off your allowance, right? And you're like, okay, all right. Do I have to go mow the lawn?
Right. Then you start trying to bargain.
Come on, Dad. I need the keys to the car, please.
Oh, man.
Please. Wah.
So, where do we go from here?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It's like, give me some money. No. Okay. What do I need to do to get some money? And then I guess the Epstein files are coming out.
Yeah, they're little by little. I guess 1,000 names were held.
Dude, are you even excited for that? It's like the people who we think are going to be on there are going to be on there.
Yeah, that's like I've already kind of decided.
Listen, man, he didn't kill himself. He died for a reason, and the people who you think probably killed him are probably on the list.
Yeah,
I don't know any better, but just a layman watching all this, it's like, come on.
It's like watching the trailer for a movie, and it's like going on for 5 minutes. You're like, well, I just saw the whole movie at that point.
That's it.
That's how I feel about that whole event.
Pretty much it. So, yeah, I mean, over here, we're not diving too deep into the sports or the news. If there's big stuff or if Mizzou chokes against, let's say Arkansas, maybe we talk about it. But pretty good over here. Our folks, we actually rattled off a couple of pretty cool sales tips that I heard on the sales floor today. One of them came from our very own Sam Baker. I heard him mentioning this on a pitch earlier today, and it's like, man, in order to do business development, you really have to have a good individual there, setting up meetings, or if that's your account executive setting up their own meetings, you really have to have an A player in that role, not only generating new business, but continuously being disciplined to kind of that life. And, that's why it's super important. If you're a part of that kind of organization, you've got to pay your top people. And, we take a lot of pride in our base salaries and commission structures here at Arsenal. It's one of the main reasons we're able to recruit such top talent to our business here to work on your behalf. But if you do happen to have one of those studs in that role, I mean, pay them good. You can't, they're hard to find. They really are. Going through these interviews, it's tough to find really good people in this day and age, especially people who are consistent and dedicated. So if you've got a top person, pay them good, keep them there.
Sales tip.
That's it. And then if you don't have a top person, by God, you just got to get on the phone and you've got to call them. I've spoken to too many business owners who know they need to generate new business to stay afloat, and they queue up the list and they're just staring at it. It's like, oh, this guy told me no last time, or I called this guy 9 months ago and he wasn't interested. And it's like, just call him. Just call him.
Yeah.
Rip the Band-Aid off, close your eyes, click the dial button, and just call him. We had an example of that actually with our new account executive, Nick. He was on the phone earlier with someone Sam fully pitched. It was like 3 months ago, fully pitched. The guy wasn't interested, wasn't in a good spot to buy it right then. Nick LeGrand called him up, and he's like, yeah, actually, the timing's much better. Let's set up something for the 18th, I think they booked it for. And you never would have known that. If you're just reading the notes, it's like 90 days ago, Sam did the whole shebang, and he wasn't interested.
Right.
But that's why you check in. That's why you run a sales process. And, if you're a business owner and you don't feel like picking up the phone and calling them and working that sales pipeline, that is what we do. That's what our job is to make sure that, if someone wants to do business with you, you know about it. Those are the people you want to work with. The target market's correct. And then our job is to make sure nothing slips through the cracks. So if you're having a hard time keeping track of everything, why, give us a call. That is exactly what we do.
Sales
Boom.
tip.
That's what we do, Matt.
All right. Anything else for him?
It's a wrap, baby. See you tomorrow.
Right.
Episode 44. Unless this one doesn't make the cut, huh?